My Taropist is now in session.
Hi, Aries friends! I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you for joining me on this evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching. I'm so happy to see you. Well, I don't actually see you. You can see me, but let's just pretend I can really see you guys. Anyway, my name is Jessica. I am the owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you guys are here again. Thank you again for joining me. That is my cat Zimmy that you hear meowing, and he may want to come up and say hi to you all. I'm not sure what he's trying to do right now. Anyways, I am going to do an overall energy check for you guys. Now, just so you know, I'm a little late getting up the readings for August. Just FYI, I want everyone to know that my readings are not like some other readers who do like an overall view for the month or the week or the day or whatever it is or whatever period of time or bi-weekly, who knows. It's really just an overall energy check for whenever you find this video. So these are timeless readings. I just label them by the month so that you know, I put this out in August 2021, but you might find it in September of 2025. And then in which case, friend, there's probably a message in here for you, right? Okay. So let's just clear the air on that one because I do feel a little bit bad. Honestly, I feel a little bit like, I'm late getting the readings out this month. It's just been a really busy month for me. I don't know what's going on with you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on in your world, friend. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it, right? If you're here for the first time, just so you know, this is what I call a My Taropist session. So this is we're going to take a look at your mental energy, your interpersonal relationships, anything that's bothering or distressing you, and then also your emotional energy, okay? So let's get into it. All right. So I've already shuffled your energy into the deck. I am going to now ask you to please look into my eyes on whatever device or screen you're watching from, friend, and take a deep breath with me. Ready? And okay, thank you. And that's just how I like to connect. If we're doing a personal reading, we're literally looking into each other's eyes, or I'm looking at a picture of you. But since we're not, I've been doing this for the channel and just seeing how it goes. So let me know. All right. So the overall energy on the bottom of the deck is King of Swords. You guys are in King of Swords mode. You might be making some decisions right now in your life, or, you might just be very much in your head or just very focused on logical things, right? Maybe you're making some decisions. Maybe you're making some plans. Hey, friends. For some of you, you might be kind of making some head over heart decisions. Maybe you're learning things in this season. We will find out, friend. We will find out. Let's see what is going on. King of Swords, very logical, very sound, reasoned individual, and very decisive and clear-minded and clear-headed on what it is that he wants and where he's going in life, what direction he's taking. Can be a little bit emotionally cold. So this could be someone you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius individual, you might have those signs, maybe placements placed somewhere in your chart. Maybe prominently so, or you again just might be holding those attributes of the King of Swords energy at this season. We'll find out. Let's see what's going on in the mental energy of my Aries folks. What is going on in the mental energy of my Aries people? Thank you, Spirit. Interesting. You guys might be really like up in your heads right now. You know what I mean? King of Swords also can be a very good communicator, but I'm feeling like a lot of you, it's more like where you're at mentally, like you might be kind of holding yourselves in a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe not being so expressive right now because, again, maybe you're trying to be more in a logical space than an emotive space in the season. But let's see. Well, this is interesting. I just did the reading for Capricorn, and you guys got the same, and I've definitely shuffled and all that and everything, right? Cleared the energy, Palo Santo'd, all that good shit. And you guys got the same exact energy that they did in their mental. You got the 9 of Pentacles. And then on the bottom of the deck, this is also the card that came out for them. They got 2, the Fool card. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe watch that reading if you are, and maybe flip it, switch it, reverse it if that applies to you. And or maybe you have Capricorn in your chart somewhere. It's just interesting when I see 2 signs get the exact same placements in the same position, because that's never, I don't think that's happened for any of these readings yet so far. Underneath that Fool, though, we got the 5 of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this 9 of Pentacles, but it feels like some of you might have been waiting a long time for something to take action or to kind of get off the ground. I feel like, though, for a lot, and maybe it's caused some disappointment in that waiting season with this 5 of Cups energy. Maybe you're kind of getting a little bit tired of waiting. You're wanting things to like get moving, with this Fool here. But for a new cycle, maybe to begin. And I don't know that it's necessarily new. It feels like, you guys are kind of in this mode with this 9 of Pentacles where I feel like you're very focused on yourself and yourselves in this season. I think a lot of people, it's sort of like as we're transitioning out of summer and we're moving into, sorry, now I've got cat fur because I've got the cat here. And we're headed toward fall. There's new cycles that are occurring, new season getting ready to begin. We're also transitioning out of Leo season into Virgo season. And so I feel like a lot of people, as we're moving out of that fiery Leo energy, are kind of moving into this more Virgo energy where we're like kind of focused on, okay, what are my goals? What are my plans for the future? Where am I headed now? I feel like a lot of people are really focused. It's like, okay, fun time. It's almost this mental energy of like fun time is kind of over, and now I'm kind of ready to like settle in to focus on my goals, on work, on myself. I think a lot of people are just really investing in themselves in this season and really starting to think long term, what do I want? Where do I want to go with my life? And that kind of a thing. And with this 9 of Pentacles, I just feel like you guys mentally are feeling very abundant. You're feeling yourselves, and I feel like you're kind of ready for this new season to happen, ready for Virgo season to come on through and to get, things going and moving in a more abundant direction. Because, again, some of you might have had some disappointments recently. For some of you, like literally, you might have been some investments that you have made didn't really pan out the way that you had hoped. Maybe you made some foolish investments, again, with the 7 of Pentacles and then the 5 of Cups and then the Fool card. For some of you folks who may play the stock market or that sort of thing, like maybe, your options that you were, investing into, didn't really pan out the way that you had hoped. For some, Star card, but I feel like this is also feels like a season where you're closing out chapters of like, I just feel like a lot of people are done with putting up with bullshit and they're ready to like kind of, do them. So please clarify, Spirit, this 9 of Pentacles for the mental energy of my Aries friends. Please clarify this 9 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So we got the Sun card, Page of Wands, 3 of Cups, Page of Cups is what actually came out here to clarify. So yeah, I think you guys are really, again, investing in yourselves in this season, in your own happiness. Some of you might be focusing more on spending time with friends or family. For those of you who have children, maybe you have a child who's having a birthday soon, especially if your child is a Virgo. I feel like you're kind of or a Leo. The Sun card is here as well. Okay. It's the end of Leo season though. So maybe someone just had a birthday. But I feel like you guys are really just kind of moving into, this season of really feeling yourselves and filling up your own cup and making yourselves happy in this time. Some of you might be trying to renew some old passions or things that, or start new passions or new projects that you feel are going to be, and just as I said that, I turn over this card and there is the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just really focused on yourself and what it is that you want and what makes you happy, okay? Okay, sorry about that, my Aries people. The card was full. Technical issues sometimes happen over here. It's not fun when it does, but hey, what can you do? That's life. All right, friends, we just roll with the punches, right? So anyway, I'm not sure where that left off, but essentially what I was saying is that you guys are in a good place mentally, okay? You're feeling yourselves, you're feeling good, you're having fun, like mentally. You might be celebrating something mentally, you know. I just feel like there's a renewed sense of like, you know, this is happening for a lot of people this season. I'm telling you, it's like I should have just done a collective read for August. I feel like a lot of people energies are marrying each other, but you know, I just feel like you have like a new lease on life, and you're just feeling passionate, and you're feeling fun, and you're just like, you know, you're feeling good, and you're feeling yourselves. I think for a lot of you, it might also be that you're kind of realizing in this mental space that you have everything that you need. Do you know what I mean? Like you're kind of, or more so, it's more like you're looking at yourself with like fresh new eyes as like, you know, I'm kind of cool. Like I love myself. I think I'm great. I think I'm fantastic. I think I'm fun. I think I'm, you know what I mean? It's kind of like this energy of like self-love. That's what I'm saying. Like mentally, I think you're just like really loving yourselves. You know what I mean? But in like a really good way. There's nothing wrong with that. I think this Leo season, especially with the Sun card being here under this Page of Wands, I think this Leo season, you guys put in a lot of work to try to have a lot of mental like stability and happiness and abundance. You know what I mean? I think you guys really put in the work in this Leo season to kind of reignite that fire, to like refresh yourselves in your mental space, you know? And it's showing. It's you're feeling good, you're doing good, you're looking good. It's awesome. Okay. Everything looks fantastic. Okay? Some of you might be like starting to flirt or like maybe start dating, but I feel like you know, that's for some, but I feel like for most of you, this is about you putting in that work in yourself and on just trying to work on your mental health in this season and like feeling like, you know, good. Okay. What is going on in the interpersonal relationships of my Aries people? What is going on in the interpersonal relationships of my Aries friends? Okay. Well, all right. You got the 2 of Pentacles. So some of you might be, let's see what's underneath here. Okay. So interesting. You got the King of Cups on underneath that, on the bottom of the deck, underneath that 2 of Pentacles. So some of you could be dealing with a male water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and flip the gender, whatever, if you're not dealing with a male person, but it could be with a water sign. We also have the Hermit card here underneath that. So it could also be a Virgo, or this could have to do with Virgo season as we're entering into it, right? And then we got 7 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Interesting with the 7 of Swords energy. I don't know why the first thing I'm thinking is like somebody might have been lying to you about the future that they saw with you, maybe. Maybe you've gone within and realized, that some of you have been in, well, this is, some of you might have been in sort of like a toxic connection, or felt sort of like karmically or otherwise tied and bound to somebody. Devil card, Knight of Swords, 8 of Swords. Maybe you had an argument with somebody, or some harsh words were spoken, or you might have found some information out even about someone's addictions, and or, you know, I feel like this might have been a toxic sort of connection. Someone might have not been completely honest with you, might have been withholding a lot of things or information from you. Especially, I feel like there's a lot of energy of like about the future, or the future of this connection. Some of you have been in like, I feel like a twin flame connection. I'm not a twin flame reader. I'm not really super into that phenomenon, but I'm seeing this 2 wands with this double card, like, and this Knight of Swords. It feels a bit like runner chaser-esque, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like someone might have blocked the other person. 8 of Swords. Seven of Wands. There's this energy of someone, of maybe like an argument or words that were spoken that were not good, that were harsh, right? Came with the quickness, put you in like a bad mental space. You may have had to block somebody from communicating with you. That could also be this here, right? Because I feel like somebody was dishonest or withholding some information, and maybe some truth came out that was a really harsh truth. It could have been about someone's toxic behavior or addictions. For some of you, not for everybody, but for some, especially for those of you that might have been dealing with a male water sign. And this may not necessarily be romantic for some. Okay, this could have been a relative. It could have been a friend for some, or a boss for others. You know what I mean? So it may not have necessarily been a romantic connection, but for some, I feel like it might have been, right? And yeah, it just feels like there's poor communication, or someone's blocked the other person. Okay? I feel like someone was unstable. Someone might have had like a gambling problem or financial problems as well, because I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles underneath the Devil card. Maybe they were lying or not honest about how money was being spent or that sort of thing. So then I see the Queen of Pentacles, and then here's your King of Swords. So some of you have been dealing, I feel like, we've got Earth sign, we've got air sign, and water. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that some of you might have been dealing with, especially if it's a Virgo here, because the major arcana for that sign is out on the table, right? And also Capricorn, also major arcana. So this looks very iffy here, friends. It looks like if this is your situation, okay, for those of you that are resonating with this message, it does feel like you might be kind of going back and forth about if this is especially if this is romantic, or you're dealing with a water sign person. It's sort of like you might be going back and forth about, do I continue in this? Do I come bring this person out of the cold? Do I express something to them in an emotional sense, or do I continue to kind of keep them blocked? And again, reverse it if it's the other way around for you, right? Let me just clarify. Please clarify this Two of Pentacles for the interpersonal relationships. Wow, these cards are flying. And my Aries. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So you got the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this could be family, but I feel like for most of you, it's probably romantic. And the Lovers. So some of you could be a Gemini that you were dealing with. Or again, we've got that water energy. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Cups. And then underneath that, oh wow, King of Pentacles, Four of Wands. For some of you, this is a marriage situation or a parent. Okay. But I do feel like you are kind of in this where you're kind of, I feel like this is what I feel, okay? I feel like something was really toxic. You were in a connection that was not healthy, okay? And I feel like there was a lot of deception and lies, maybe some betrayal, somebody withholding and not being honest. It could have been an in and out energy where someone was communicative, then they pull away. And I feel like the reason why in that situation was that there was something very shady or nefarious going on behind the scenes that someone was not completely honest about. Yeah, again, someone was withholding, I feel like, okay? And so I think you might have, you could have been dealing with a narcissist, straight up, point blank period, okay? Because I'm seeing a Six of Wands. And when I see Six of Wands in double energy, a lot of times for me as a reader, that kind of pulls that out. But I feel like there was also a lot of love here. I feel like at one point, again, some of you might have been in a higher level of commitment with this person. Again, some of you might have felt like this person was your twin flame, or this was your person or your soulmate, you know. And I feel like the reason why you might be having a hard time trying to decide whether you should walk away from this person, you know, is because you still are thinking about all of the love that was shared in this connection. You're thinking about all of the good times, and you're thinking, I feel like some of you are it's like this person I feel like this person might have like a hold on you in a way, you know? It feels very strong. There's also Scorpio energy here too. It feels very strongly as like you're hoping, you're kind of, part of you is holding out hope that this person does transform and kind of change their ways and come back around to you, reformed in a sense. But I do feel like you kind of know in your gut that the love is lost, that the love has run out of this connection, and it is time for you to leave, because I really feel strongly this person's not healthy for you. Whatever this situation is, whomever this person is, relative, boss, friend, lover, husband, wife, like I just don't feel like this person is really truly changed. And I do feel like it feels like there's a lot of love that was there, but it feels like it was in the past with the Six of Cups. You know what I mean? You might have children with this person, and maybe that's also why it's a little bit hard for some of you to walk away. But I do feel like, at one point the other shoe's going to have to drop here, because, and right now you might not be in communication with this person, but I do feel like there is a sense of, like, it feels unhealthy. It feels like everything that was good was in the past, And it does feel like it's time for you to walk away from this situation or from this connection with this person. I know it's hard when there is so much like history that's pleasant, that's good, that's loving, that's sweet, but I just there was so much icky energy in terms of, I just feel like someone is not being totally honest, or better yet, it's like might be that they're not bringing out the best in you, friend. You know what I'm saying? They just might not be bringing out the best in you in this season. Right now in your mental space, you're feeling so good, and I feel like it does feel like it's because you're single, Nine of Pentacles. It's because you're in a space where you're putting yourself first, and you're focusing on your own happiness and your own wish fulfillment, what it is that lights your fire, independent of another individual. At best, I feel like you might be having good times with your children or with a friend or friends, plural. But I feel like when it comes to love, this feels unhealthy. So I would continue to do what it is that's putting you in such a good mental space in this season, okay? Okay, what is bothering or distressing my Aries people? What is bothering or distressing my Aries people? Thank you, Spirit. What is bothering or distressing my Aries people? Thank you, Spirit. So funny, this deck has been so chatty and it's kind of quiet. So I do feel like some of you might definitely be, again, pulled into your own energy in this season and kind of pulled away. Well, that did like a full 360. It did not flip, but I'm going to take it because I feel like those are the cards. Okay. So yeah, some of you, there might be, wow. Okay. So you got the Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and then on the bottom of the deck we've got the Emperor and the Three of Swords, and then the Strength card underneath that. This Emperor, that's your energy, Aries, but I don't know if necessarily this is you. It could be. I feel like you guys are really trying to move on, and I'll tell you why. Okay, hold on, let's see. I feel like some of you are really trying to get the Strength, Cancer, because we got Cancer after our Chariot. I call it Cancer because it's the Cancer card. And here again is that King of Cups, right? So we've got that King of Cups. This is like where it left off with the interpersonal. King of Cups, and then the Ten of Wands, and then the Chariot. So I feel like some of you are feeling very burdened by a connection that you're in, maybe with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe Leo. I also have Earth energy here as well. It doesn't, like, let's not worry too much about the signs, you guys. The point of this is I feel like some of you are really trying to get the strength to move on, to manifest a new beginning away from a situation. And we're back. Okay. Okay, Aries, I'm sorry. Once again, your card was full. Good Lord. Let's get through this reading, shall we? I'm not sure where we left off, but, or where it cut out. But what I was saying, for those of you who this is a marriage or situation or higher level of commitment situation where you did share children with somebody. I do feel like for some of you who are celebrating being single now and all of that, for some of you, this could be a custody battle type of situation that is bothering you. 5 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Like you might be fighting over custody of a child, or there could be a situation where people are trying to play the child against each other or whatever, that kind of a thing. Or, your person might be, you know what I mean? For some of you, there could be a difference of opinion, that you have with another person about something related to a child or a financial situation. That's for some, or maybe even the future of your relationship. That's for maybe very few of you. But let's clarify. Please bring some more clarity to this 5 of Wands, Page of Pentacles situation is what is bothering or distressing my Aries. Thank you, Spirit. Please bring some clarity to this 5 of Wands, Page of Pentacles situation. For some of you, it does feel like fighting over a child or, custody kind of battle, or there may be a difference of opinion about something. Okay, 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. So 5 of Cups is the card that came out to clarify. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of conflict here with these 5 energies here, really trying to work through and wrestle through something. I think really trying to gain your ground in a situation, particularly if you're like in an argument or disagreement with somebody, especially if it's something that you've like invested a lot of time or energy into, that may have at one point been a wish fulfillment. But I feel like in this new cycle, you guys are leaving behind any sort of conflicts, anything that is draining you or bringing you bad juju. You know what I'm saying, friends? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not for that. There is a loss here that I'm seeing that, that was something that maybe you did put some time and energy and effort into, that you invested in over a longer period of time, where I feel like, you guys are really kind of mourning that loss. A part of you is, a part of you is looking back on the past love that was spilt out, the love that was lost in a situation or with an individual, kind of, I don't know if it's regretful or just, it feels a bit more nostalgic, because I think mentally you guys are great. Like, you're happy to be single. I don't think there's a bit of an energy of missing and loss, but I do feel like primarily you're very much like ready to get your stability and your abundance back. And I think it's just kind of also that energy too of like when you've invested in something for a long time, you've put in a lot of time and energy and effort, maybe even money and resources, whatever it is, to, over time, it's hard sometimes to completely walk away or disengage because, you've invested so much. And I see that here, and so I feel like new beginning can sometimes be a little bit scary, right? It can be a little bit, change can be a little bit challenging sometimes, friends. And I feel like you are trying to push through it though, and you are trying to move forward and move ahead and work on your healing and work on yourself and your happiness and your joy and all of that. I think a lot of you are free from some kind of a toxic bond or tie or something that you were engaged in that was just really super unhealthy, really unhealthy. And I think mentally you're feeling the freedom from that, but then there's a part of you that still is also feeling the loss of what it was that you are having to let go of in this season, right? Okay, what is going on with the emotional energy of my Aries people? What is going on with the emotional energy of my Aries people? Okay. For some of you, I'm feeling too, like there might be some back and forth communication. That's like you're not really making headway. It's just kind of like round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. I don't know. You know what I mean? Where it's just like a lot of back and forth but not making progress with regard to this situation. That's for some of you too. Okay, so the World card came out for you in your emotional energy. Underneath that 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and this 8 of Cups. So here you go, World card. So new cycle, friend. New cycle beginning for you emotionally. Again, in your emotions and your mental, I think, you're realizing that this is a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new you. And you're celebrating this new you in this season. You're celebrating letting go and releasing, moving on from any sort of conflict or energy where it was very unhealthy, again, and toxic for you, friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're definitely getting away from something that was draining your energy, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I think I said emotionally already. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think mentally you're feeling lighter, because I think you're starting to see the positive in this. But at the same time, this feels sort of fresh. Like this is a new cycle that is beginning for you, and you're leaving behind the old one. And you're starting to, I think, get a little bit hopeful about your future. But in the process of getting hopeful about your future, there's a little bit of an energy of kind of looking back at the past, right? And that's okay. That's okay. Again, for some of you, this is leaving a marriage or a higher level of commitment. For some of you, this could have been a loss of a relative or a loved one, especially if it was a parent, especially if it was a father for some of you. But for a lot of you, I do think this is like more of a relationship type of situation that you're walking away from. But I think you're starting to now, there's this hope that's creeping in for your future and what lies ahead. And I think that as you're starting to release these burdens of the past and move toward this new cycle, this new beginning, head toward calmer, clearer waters, and you're leaving all that junk behind, it's like, I think you're starting to embrace that and embrace the possibilities for the good things that could be coming for you in the future. How wonderful it's going to feel to have your joy back again. How wonderful it's going to feel to, be able to breathe again, and to feel unburdened and to feel lighter in this new season, in this new cycle for you, friends. And so I really feel strongly for you. I was going to get some advice. Let's clarify this World card though for your emotional energy, it seems pretty clear to me, but let's do that anyway, because it is a major arcana. Woo. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. 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 Okay. 10 of Swords, to clarify this World card, right? 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and then on the bottom of the deck, there's that 3 of Swords again, friends. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is a divorce situation. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. You're closing out a painful cycle and chapter. For some of you, you're dealing with a Taurus. There's a lot of Taurus energy here. For some of you, it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini also very strong here as well. And here's you, Emperor, and the 3 of Swords. So yeah, some of you are definitely have ended a very painful cycle that is definitely related to a higher level of commitment. And if not that, it could have to do with something to do with structures. For some of you who do have children, some of this energy could have something to do with your child's school, or making decisions about that. Maybe some of you are pulling your children out of school, or maybe your children are are switching schools. I don't know. That's for some, not for everybody. That's probably for a very small number of you. Or you are having to leave a school situation, or for some of you that might be especially like maybe you're transferring colleges. That I'm really stretching here because this is very clearly for the majority of you. I feel like watching has to do with the higher level of commitment, very much so. And you're ending that with somebody. For some of you, this could be a father. Somebody could have passed in your family. And some of you might still be kind of grieving that loss from this person where there was a lot of love. But for others of you, I think you've been in a very toxic, higher level of commitment where somebody might have cheated or just exhibited some behaviors that were really unhealthy. And I think for a lot of you, you're getting the strength finally in the season to move on, even though there's so much love there, or there has been in the past so much love. But I think you've seen the truth in a situation. I think you've gone within and you've become enlightened, or the truth was revealed and did come out, that somebody just was hiding too much and being very shady. Once again, there's a lot of boundary setting here and having to stand your ground, because I think this put you in a really bad mental space, the situation, right? I wish that I was doing this as a personal reading for somebody, because I'd really like to examine this more in depth and get a lot deeper with some of the other energies I'm seeing keep coming up repeatedly on the bottom of the deck. But we only have a certain amount of time, you guys, and I feel like this reading's already gone long, because I can't tell when I stop it, when it stops like that with the cards being full. Like, I can't tell how long I've been reading for you, so I just kind of have to gauge it and be like, okay, I think that it's probably been a long one, friends. But yeah, I want to get some advice for you, because you're definitely closing out painful cycles and beginning new ones, where you're starting to, I think, just on the cusp of starting this whenever you're watching this, friend. Just at the beginning of closing that out and beginning something new and just starting to come on the other side of it. But there's still that residual, pull to the past. What is the advice for my Aries friends? Thank you, Spirit. What is the advice for my Aries friends? Okay. Aw, see, I was going to give you the advice about staying where you're at in this mental space and keep celebrating and all that. And sure enough, these are cards that showed up on the bottom of the deck for you guys with at the beginning of your reading for your mental energy. And so, yeah, I think you guys are following your intuition in this season. Okay, and Spirit says do that, listen to your intuition, be guided by your intuition. You know what's good for you and what's not. And I think you know that this was not good for you. Underneath that, we have the Four of Swords. So continue to work on your healing. Continue to, I also feel very strongly, be in separation from this person. Especially if this is somebody that hasn't been completely honest or forthcoming with you. I don't think, if you can avoid engaging with this person, I think do so, because I do feel like you sense intuitively that there's still something that's not really been revealed, that this person might still be not completely honest. Even if they do try to come toward you and try to rekindle things or work something out, follow that gut instinct that's telling you there's something shady here, because I think your gut is right, okay? The Sun card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups is what came out for you as your advice, okay, overall. And so again, this is for you to continue to focus working on your own happiness, on your own joy, okay? Focus on your work in general, I feel like, but I think most importantly, this is you need to just be kind of selfish, friends. You need to really hold back your energy from people that don't deserve it. Focus on your own happiness and your own energy in this season. You're beginning a new cycle here, and that new cycle is going to be so much better than where you were before. And I think you're starting to know that mentally, and it's just going to start bleeding through, I think, to the rest of your, to your emotions, to everything else in your life. Once it all sort of catches up and you can kind of clear the air from this season, from this cycle. So continue to focus, be a little selfish in the season. It's okay. I think you guys deserve it. I think you've been through it, and I think it's okay to pull your energy back and just focus on working on your own happiness and your own joy, and to look optimistically to this new beginning, and really get really laser focused on what it is that is going to best serve you in this season, okay? And if it is if you do have a child, work on your relationship with your child. I feel like that's for those of you who do and resonate with that. Okay. But yeah, I feel like the sun will come out tomorrow for you guys, and it's going to be okay. Keep looking forward, keep moving ahead. I also want to give you this advice. There's a full moon coming. I'm hoping that this comes out before the full moon on the 22nd. That is a really good time to release. So I feel like you guys look into full moon rituals, particularly those that focus on releasing the old stuff, all that old junk and garbage. And I think it's really time, if you do have like a toxic like soul tied to this person, to do a soul what I like to call a soul tie removal, or instead of, I don't do cord cutting, but it's a cord removal ritual. Please do contact me. My information is in the description of this video. There's a link to my website. There's a contact form. If you are interested in that, I give it away for free for people that really do need it, and I'm happy to send it to you. If that is something that you're working on in this season, and releasing somebody from your energy that has been really burdensome to you, okay? And if it's not just a person, just releasing all of those energies that are, that have not been serving you well, as you're entering into this new season where it's looking good, friends. You're looking good, okay? So hang in there. It's about to get very much better for you, is what I feel like. A lot better, okay? So cheers to you, my Aries friends. I'm wishing you all the best in this season. It's looking very, very good for you coming up soon. So I'm wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you well. Cheers.